trying to create a public group. Set up, administer, manage users, public group. Set up, administer, manage users, public group, new public group. I create a group with the name batch 294. Who are the members of the group? Users who have a role called Kirk, users Satish. I create a group of users. Who can be the members of the group? User with a given role and subordinate, roles, public group. I created this. Then I say group of users. It is a group of users what I created. It is a group of users. Simply, public group is nothing but set of users. So take the point, public group. Public group. What is a public group? Public group. Group of users. Group of users under one name. This will be used to share the record or send the email or steps to create. What are the steps involved? If you want to create, set up, administer, manage users, public group, enter group name, choose the group of users, choose the group members. Question is, who can be the group members? Who can be the group members? Who can be the group members? User. User is a given role. Role is subordinate. Who can be the group members? User with a given role. User with a given role. Role and subordinate. Public group. User, role and subordinates, public groups. So these can be the members of the group. These people can be the members of the group. These people can be the members of the group. Who can be the members? Any specific user or any specific user with a given role and subordinate, and a public group. Now, let us see the next. We are trying to understand queue. Queue is the next concept. What is a queue? What is a queue? Queue is nothing but group of users under one name. Now, listen to the point. Queue. Owner of the record can be a user or a queue. Who can be a owner of a record? Owner of a record can be a user or a queue. Owner of the record can be a user or a queue. Owner of the record can be a user or a queue. Owner of the record can be a user or a queue. Queue means sometimes group of users will be a owner. Sometimes a group of users will be a owner. If you want a group of users to be a owner, we will create them as a queue. So how to create the queue? Look at the format. Set up, administer, manage users, queues, new. Set up, administer, manage users, queue. Here we are writing a queue. I gave a name for the queue. Now, queue. This queue can be a owner on which records of the object. Now, this queue can be a owner on which objects? I told customer object, lead object. So I can make this queue as a owner only on customer object and a lead object. Queue can be a owner on customer object or a lead object. Now, who are the members of the queue? I told Wilson, user with the role CEO, user with the role and subordinates of field manager. Who can be the members of the queue? Wilson, user with the role called CEO, role and subordinates of. So, what is the difference between queue? What is the difference between queue and a public group? Public group is a group of users, but they cannot be a owner. Queue can be owner. Queue can be used only to make it as a owner. Queue can be used. Queue can be used only as a manager. Queue can be used only as a owner of the record. Queue can be used only as a owner of the record. Public group can be used in all other concepts. Okay. Now go back to the record. Customer. Open the record. Change the owner. Project user or who was the owner of the record? With all the members of the queue will be the owner of the record. When you want a group of users to be a owner of a record, when you want a group of users to be a owner of a record, then we are going for what? Queue. When you want a group of users to be a owner of a record, we go for a queue. People have followed? Right. So what is this queue? If you want group of users share the workload, we use you want group of users be owner of the record. We will use what are the steps involved? Set up, administer, manage users, queue, set up, administer, manage users, queue, new. Set up, administer, manage users, queue, new. Enter queue name. Choose the members of the queue. Question. Who can be? Who can be the members of the queue? User, role, user, role and subordinate, user, role and subordinate, public group. User, role and subordinate, public group. User, role and subordinate, public group. Who can be the members of the group? Who can be the members of the queue? User, role and subordinate, public group. Now, we'll go for the next extension. So, we have covered this topic to say that on a record, a group of people can be a owner or a single person can be a owner. Now, I want to go for sharing rules. What is the purpose of the sharing rule and why you want to go for sharing? What is the purpose of the sharing rule? Why you want to go for a sharing? Now, because of ODBD, you are able to see some of the records. If you want to give extra permissions on other record, whatever you are able to see because of ODBD, you will be able to see. Apart from those records, if you want to show any extra set of record because of ODBD, you are able to see list of record. Apart from those list of records, if you want to show any extra records to any user, then we go for what? Sharing rules. What are the sharing rules? Sharing rules are used to grant extra permissions on any set of the record. Sharing rules are used for what? They are used for granting any extra set of permissions on new records. Now the records, whatever is available in the table, on those records, because of ODBD, you are already able to see the record. You say ODBD is private, you can see your record. Public field, you can see everyone's record. Because of the ODBD, you are able to access all the records which are visibility. Apart from this, apart from the ODBD, if you want to grant any extra permissions to any other user, because of the ODBD, you are able to see the records. But apart from the ODBD, if you want to grant any extra set of permissions on the record, we go for sharing rule. Sharing rules are used for what? What is the purpose of sharing rule? Sharing rules are used for granting. Sharing rules. What is the purpose of the sharing rule? These are used for granting extra set of permission. These are used for granting extra set of permissions for any specific user. Permissions apart from what user is sharing rules. These are used for granting extra set of permissions apart from what user is able to access due to ODBD. Because of the ODBDs, you are already able to see some of the record. Apart from those records, if you want to grant any extra permissions on any other records, we go for sharing rule. Because of the ODBD, already you are able to see the records. Because of the ODBD, already you are able to see the record. Apart from those records, if you want to grant any extra set of permissions on other records, then we go for sharing rules. Now, how many types of sharing rules are there? Sharing rules are classified as owner-based sharing rule, criteria-based, manual sharing rule, so what was this? Owner-based sharing rule, criteria-based sharing rule, manual sharing rule, and effect-based sharing rule. Owner-based sharing rule, criteria-based sharing rule, and effects-based sharing rule. So we are able to share the record because of owner-based sharing rule, criteria-based sharing rule, manual sharing rule, and effects-based sharing rule. Criteria-based, owner-based, manual, and effects-based. Manual and effects-based. These are the different types of sharing rules what we have. Now, let us understand the next. Let's go to the format. We'll start with the first one. We'll start with the easier one. We'll go with the criteria-based sharing. First, we'll start with the criteria-based sharing. Look at the point. We have the customer. I have name. Look at the point. Everyone here. Everyone here. Customer. How many records are there in the customer? There are 8 records. Let me log in like a Wilson. Now Wilson was able to see all the records. So what I'm doing, if you don't want to show all the records, what I can do? Go to setup, administer, security controllers. Then we are getting what? Sharing settings, edit. On customer object, what we have? Customer object we have. There is a private, which records the Wilson is able to see. Only the records for which he is the owner. Now it is a Q is the owner of the record. Q is the owner of the record. Wilson is a part of the queue. Now because of the OWD, he is able to see only his record. Now what I want to do? I want to grant some extra permission. What is the extra permission? Wilson should see all the customer record whose city is Hyderabad. I want to share all the records of the customer whose city is Bangalore. All the records of the customer whose city is Bangalore, they should be shared with the Wilson. Because of OWD, what he is able to see? Only one record. Apart from whatever he is able to see because of OWD, apart from that, I am trying to grant extra permission. Extra permission what? Trying to show all the records whose city is Bangalore with the so and so person. Look at the format. Now, look at the format. Organization by defaults. Scroll down. When you scroll down, what are you finding here? When you scroll down, you are finding the sharing rules. Yeah. Customer sharing rule. So what I am doing here? Share with the manager. I told. What type of sharing is this? Based on writing. I am giving a condition, right? What is the condition? All the records whose city equals to Hyderabad or Bangalore. All the records whose city equal to Bangalore. Share those records with whom? I can share them with a role subordinate or a public. With whom I can share? With a particular role, with a role subordinate or a public. I told. Share the record with the people whose role is all the records whose city equal to Bangalore. Share those records with the users whose role is with what permission? Sharing is what? Read or write. I give read permission. With whom the records are shared? With the users whose role is? Who is having a role called manager? Look at this. Wilson has a role called. So go back to this one. He was able to see all the Satish record whose city equal to right course. Because of OWD, he should only see which record? Satish record. But apart from the Satish record, he is able to see Divya, Paras, Kavya, Pramod and Wilson. Because of what? Sharing rule. So what is the purpose of sharing rule? They are used to grant extra permissions on the record apart from what already they are able to see. Because of OWD, they are already able to see a group of records. Apart from those records, if you want to access any new record, we are going for what? Sharing rules. We are going for sharing. What type of sharing rule is this? Criteria. Why it is called criteria? We gave a condition. Records which are meeting this condition, they are shared with the user. I hope you are clear. So how do you create? How do you create? Setup, administer, security controllers, sharing settings, scroll down, customer sharing rules, new. Then we give based on record owner, based on criteria, where city equals to any condition, city equals to Hyderabad. Share the record with whom? Public group, roles, role and subordinate. I don't share the record with public group, batch 294. Share the record with the users who belongs to batch 290. But I share the record with whom? Users who belongs to the batch 294. So which records are shared? Hyderabad records are shared. Right. Why Wilson? Wilson is a part of batch 294 public group. He belongs to the public group called batch 294. Record can be shared with whom? Role and subordinate or public. Record can be shared with whom? Role and subordinate, public. I hope you are clear. With what permission? Read and write. I hope you are clear. This is what? Owner-based sharing. This is what? Criteria-based sharing. Now we are trying to understand the next concept. Owner-based sharing. Listen carefully. We are trying to understand owner-based sharing. Listen carefully. I have structure. CEO. So I have HR manager, HR. User, understand? We have a user called Sham. These are the users we have. We have a role called manager. HR manager, HR executive. HR manager, HR executive. So we have a user role. User Sham, Ram, Kiran, Wilson, Divya, Kavya. And we have HR manager, HR executive. We got a structure. Now in the database, I have a queue. In the queue we have Sham. We have public group. Public group sales team where we have Sham. Right. So we have queue. One queue is there called live. There is one more queue called. There is one more group, public group. What is the public group? Right. This is the structure what we have. Now I have a couple of records. What are the records we have? 111. Now we have structure here. 111 Shah, 222 Ram, 333 Kiran, Wilson, Divya, Kavya. These are the set of users what we have. We have a set of users. This is the format in which the data is stored. Now we give OWD. What is the OWD I give? When I give OWD equal to private, which records they can see, boss? Which records they can see? Only they will be able to see the records which are owned by them. So this is my role, my company role structure. These are the users, corresponding roles, and this is the data and OWD. Now everybody is able to see only the records which they are able to see. Let's look at the concept. Records which are owned by the users, whose role is clerk. Records which are owned by the users, whose role is clerk. Records owned by the users, whose role is clerk. Whose role is clerk. Who are having a role called clerk? These records are shared with the users. Records which are owned by the user, whose role is clerk. Whose role is clerk? They are shared with the users. They are shared with the users, whose role is records which are owned by the users, whose role is clerk. Ram and Sham are having a role called clerk. They are shared with the users whose role is HR manager. Whose role is HR manager. Who are having HR manager role? Who are having HR manager role? Yeah. Who are having a role of HR manager, HR executive? Divya and now if you look at Divya, Divya is already able to see 555. Why she was able to see 555? Because she is the owner. Because she is the owner of the record, she can see 555. Kavya was able to see 666 because she was the owner of the record. Even if you don't give a sharing rule, Kavya was able to see 666, Divya was able to see 555. Am I right? Okay. Now, I told records which are owned by the roll call clerk, they are shared with whom? Divya and Kavya. Now, which are the records owned by the Ram and Kiran? 222, 333. So, on 222. Now, Kavya on 222. Because of OWD, she was able to see only 666. Because of the sharing rule, now she is getting extra permission on what? Now she is getting extra permission on what? 22233. Records which are owned by the role clerk. Records which are owned by the role. Records which are owned by the users whose role is clerk. Share those records with the users whose role is HR executive. Records which are owned by the users whose role is clerk. Share those records with the users whose role is HR executive. How we are sharing? Based on owner. Records owned by this role, records owned by these users, share them with the following users. The second one. Let us take the next one. Records owned by the users. Records owned by the users whose role is manager and below. Records which are owned by the users who have a role of manager or below the manager. Share those records with users whose role is HR with read and write permission. Records which are owned by the users whose belongs to role of manager and subordinates. All the records which are owned by the users whose role is manager or below manager. Share those records with the users whose role is HR executive with the read and write permission. So when I say role and subordinates of HR manager, who are having the role and subordinates of HR manager? Who are having the roles and subordinates of HR manager? Roles and HR manager is Divya and Kavya. Who is having the role of manager and subordinates? Manager is Shah. So which records they are able to see now? They are able to see 111. So records are shared with whom? With the read and write permission. People have followed. Records which are owned by the role and subordinates of manager, they are shared with the users whose role is HR executive. The third one, let's take it. Records which are owned by the users who belongs to public group. Records which are owned by the users who belongs to public group, sales team. They are shared with the users. 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 Role and subordinates of HR manager. Share them with the role and subordinates of HR manager. Records which are owned by the users who belongs to public group. Who belongs to public group? Shah, Ram. They are shared with the role and subordinates of HR manager and subordinate. Who is HR manager? Wilson, Kavya. Now Wilson is getting what? Wilson is getting 444. He was able to see 444 because of what? He was the owner of the record. She was able to see 555 because owner of the record. 666 owner of the record. Now what was this? Share with the subordinates. What are the records they are able to see? Sham, Ram, Divya. Sham, Ram, Divya means 111, 222, Divya record 666. Then they are also able to see 111, 222, one one one. These are the records are shared. People have followed. We are granting extra permissions based on what? Owner. Records which are owned by this user, share them with this user, which is called owner-based sharing rule. People have followed this point. People have followed this
Satish,
point.
check that number, Kavya 666, right?
Come again.
You mentioned Kavya 555, Divya 666.
I didn't get you. Come again.
So Wilson 444 you mentioned, Roland sub HRM. Okay, but Kavya's record is
Records which
666,
are
right?
owned by the users who belongs to public group sales team. When I say sales team, who are there in the sales team? Shah, Ram, Divya. Records of Shah, Ram, Divya shared with the role and subordinate of HR manager. So who is a role and subordinate of HR manager? HR manager and subordinate. Who is the HR manager? Wilson. So subordinates of Wilson is what? Divya and Kavya. Divya and Kavya. I think I have given vice versa. Records are given vice versa, right? It should be 555. So on 666, who is the why she was able to see? Because she was the 555 because she was able. On other record, what you are getting? You are getting permission of read. People have followed this. Now, people have followed records which are owned by the. Now, let me give a overview of the structure. Records which are owned by the users who belongs to records owned by the users who belongs to given role or role and subordinates or public group or queue or share with whom or share with users who have given role or role and subordinates or so records can be shared with whom? A role and subordinate or a public group. Records are shared with whom? Role and subordinate or a public group. Which records are shared? Records which are owned by a role and subordinate, public group or a queue. Because owner of the record can be a queue also. So I can share the record with a role and subordinate or a public group. Which record I can share? Records which are owned by a given role and subordinate, public group or a queue. With what permission? Read and write permission. With a read and write permission. I hope you are clear. Now let us see examples here. For Satish, what is the role? I give the role of Satish as CEO. The role of Satish is CEO. Now I am giving. How do you define the sharing rules? Setup, administer, security controllers, sharing rules, edit, then I'm going for sharing settings, scroll down, you're finding it, customer sharing rules, here I'm giving a sharing rules, customer sharing rules, new, manage. Now it's owner based or criteria based. I want to go with owner based. Which owner based? Records which are owned by the users, whose role is CEO. Records which are owned by the users, whose role is CEO. Which records? Records owned by the role and subordinate, public group, queue. Records owned by the role CEO, share them with the role manager. Records owned by the role CEO, share those records with the manager. With what permission? Read and write. Records owned by the given role, share with the given role. Records owned by the given role, share with the role and subordinates of subordinates. Records owned by the given role, share with the public group. So record will be shared with what? Role and subordinate, public group. Which records are shared? Records with the given role and subordinate, queue. So records which are owned by the CEO, they are shared with the users whose role is. This is what? Owner based sharing. Owner based sharing. Records which are owned by the user whose role is CEO, those records are shared with the user whose role is manager. It is called owner based sharing. Criteria. I give a condition. If record is meeting the condition, all those records are shared with the role and subordinate, public group. Owner based. Records which are owned by this role, they are shared with the given role and subordinate, public group. Records owned by the role and subordinate, shared with the role and subordinate, public group. Records owned by the users who belongs to given public group, they are shared with the role and subordinate, public group. Records owned by the queue, they are shared with the users who have a given role and subordinate, public group. Are you getting my point? Records owned by the role and subordinate, public group are shared with the users who have a given role and subordinate, public group. With what permission? Read and write permission. Okay. Now let me give you one more time. I am doing this. When you go with a manual share case, when you go with a owner based or criteria based, what is happening? Group of records are shared. All the records owned by you are shared. When you go for a manual, what will happen? Particular record you want to share. You want to share what? Particular record. Owner based, all the records owned by you are shared. Criteria based, all the records which are meeting the condition, they are shared. But what I want to share a particular record. When you want to share a particular record, what I am doing here? Go to the record, click on the record, you are finding a button here. What is it? Click on the sharing button, share the record. When you want to share a particular record, you go for what? Manual share. Go to that record, open that record, share that record. We are sharing that record with whom? Let us say role subordinate, public group, and also share this particular record with the way was shared. Only particular record is shared. When you want to share a particular record with a specific user or a role and subordinate or a public group, you go for what? Manual sharing rule. People have followed this? Right. So take the points here. Sharing rules. Sharing rules are used. Sharing rules are used. Sharing rules are used to grant extra set of permission. Sharing rules are used to grant extra set of permissions to a group of users. Extra set of permissions to a group of users. Apart from what they are able to access. Apart from what they are able to access, what they are able to access, which is using ODBD. What they are able to access using ODBD. Apart from what they are able to access using ODBD. Then there are four types of sharing goods. There are four types of sharing goods. First one, owner-based sharing good. Second one, criteria-based sharing good. Third one, manual sharing good. Fourth one, FX-based sharing. FX means using programming. First, let us go with owner-based sharing. What is the owner-based sharing good? Owner-based sharing. These are used to share the records which are owned by the user who have given role, or who belongs to given role, or role and subordinate, or public group. Role and subordinate or public group are shared with users who have given role or role records. These are used to share the records which are owned by the users who belongs to given role and subordinate, public group, or a queue with the users, with the users, with the users, with the users, with the users who belongs to specified, or who belongs to given role or role and subordinate or public group. These are used to share the records which are owned by the users who belongs to given role and subordinate and public group with the users who belongs to specified role and subordinate or public group with read and write permission. With read and write access. 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 Example, records which are owned HR manager. Or shared users belongs to. Records which are owned by the users whose role is HR manager are shared with the users who belongs to the role and subordinates of sales manager with the read access. records owned by the user are shared with the other set of users. Then what is the other one we have? Criteria. All the records which are meeting the given condition shared with the users who belongs to given role. All the records which are meeting the given condition are shared with the users who belongs to given role or role and subordinate or public. Manual sharing. You can also give an example here. Records all the opportunities whose stage name is one are shared with users who have a role of. All the opportunities whose stage name is close to one are shared with the users who have a role of sales manager. Who have a role of sales manager. Manual sharing. When we want to share particular record with a specific user or role and subordinate or public group, we use manual sharing. Open the detail page of the record, click on sharing button, select the manual sharing. When you want to share a particular record with a specific user or a role and subordinate and a public group, we use manual sharing. How do you go for manual sharing group? How do you go for a manual sharing group? Open the detail page of the record, click on the sharing button and share the record. I hope you are clear with this.